Now, it's common knowledge for fictional characters such as villains or superheroes to be way stronger than their human counterparts in real life, but I'm here to say that I'm sure I could whip a couple of them if I'm being honest. Firstly, we got the Riddler. So according to Google, the Riddler is 6'1", 183 pounds, and compared to my 6 foot, 190 pound self, I'm pretty sure I could take him if I'm being honest. And before you guys start yapping and talking about how he's way smarter than me and whatnot, y'all understand that riddles is not going to help you in a real one-on-one combat fight, my guy. Like, it's not going to help at all. And I will give it to him that he is a pretty smart guy when it comes to making contraptions, things, and riddles, and all the stuff he's known for. But it's a common fact that whenever he comes across Batman in a real 1v1 fight, things never end well for him. Now, am I trying to make a fictional statement saying I'm comparable to Batman? Nigga, hell no. He's a menace to society. Matter of fact, a Hall of Fame threat to society. But that's besides the point. It's the principle of it. By the way, I do have a video explaining why Batman is crazy and kinda psychotic, but that's only if you really fuck with me and fuck with the video for real. So anyways, but yeah, I'm for sure putting pause on the Riddler. He can't fuck with me, and let's go to my next competitor because this nigga is trash. Next up, we got Konohamaru from early Naruto. Now, if you notice, I put quite the emphasis on early Naruto because I know that in Boruto or Naruto Shippuden, he does put some hands sometimes, but he's still on fraud watch, so that's besides the point. Anyways, he was completely useless in early Naruto. Now, I can already hear the chatter in the background talking about, bro, he's only a 10-year-old kid, why are you trying to fight him? You have to understand, he has chakra, bro. And I don't care how old you are, if you have some form of chakra or the ability to manipulate powers in some form of capacity, yes, you're a threat that must be handled. Show-wise, he was kind of like Naruto. Naruto wasn't an Uzumaki or didn't have the nine-tailed fox in him, so he was essentially a hornball type of character who just does nothing with their life. Albeit, he may catch me off guard with the sexy jutsu because I'm real easy when it comes to just any baddie. But at the end of the day, after I find out it's him, he's going to get put in an RKO, and after that, full Nelson. And if the little bro catches me on a bad day, he might even get powerbombed, who knows. Now, before we get on to his next competitor, I just want to say that he is going to be used for rage bait. I repeat, rage bait. Disclaimer, he is just rage bait. But yes, the next competitor we have is Peter Parker. Now, please don't click off the video. I hope you remember that this is rage bait. But at the end of the day, I did say Peter Parker and not Spider-Man. So as I was saying, Peter Parker, you're going to get put in a wet willy and probably done the worst way possible. Now, considering the fact we're both students, I'd assume our fight will probably be somewhere in some random hallway or the cafeteria. How to start, however, I'm pretty sure I'm probably just going to try to rob him of his lunch money. He says no, I put him in a full Nelson, then I give him a wet willy, and then I give him a wedgie, and that's the end of the fight. And after, I might even try to get with MJ, and no, not this one, and no, not Gwen Stacy, the Tom Holland one, yes. Anyways, I'm glad you guys were able to stick around for the rage bait before we can get back into the actual video, because a nigga needs some clips sometimes type shit. Yeah. Our next competitor or fighter at large is going to be another DC Gotham villain, the Penguin. Now, according to DC, the Penguin is 4'10", and I think he's pretty crippled too, so he might be the first human that you'll ever see get punted. But bro, he's a mob boss, Nigga, this is a one-on-one fight. He's not getting away from this ass whooping. But all jokes aside though, we do have to applaud the Penguin for actually being this notorious and this dangerous despite the fact he's only 4'10" in real life. Like, you'd assume someone that makes that much money has that many gang and mob ties to be someone that's a little more, I don't know, visually scary, if I could say. But again, this is not going to stop him from getting punted by me. About, I'd say 20 to 30 yards. Now, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that because of him being so short and close to the ground, he'll probably cause some type of leg damage, whether it's stab wounds or just punching it that much. But again, if you can't punt it, you can throw it. Now, in actuality, I don't think it's going to come to that, but you always have to have some sort of theoretical or hypothetical in place for, the worst of the worst, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, I probably sounded very corny just now, didn't I? So I'm gonna apologize on the behalf of me 10 seconds ago. Anyways, our next fighter on the card is Star-Lord from Marvel Comics. Now, I can fully acknowledge that this might be the only person on this list that actually has a chance of beating me in a fight, if I'm being honest. As according to Marvel Comics, the guy is 6'2" and has an enhanced durability and is kind of super strength due to the fact he's half celestial. But if I'm being honest, I feel like they're just saying that to say to make him sound a little cooler, because if we're being dead ass, he has never shown none of that in any movie or any TV show ever. But back to the fight though, I know he has a couple fighting tricks up his sleeve as he was a bounty hunter at one point and like stealing stuff, so of course he's not going to be completely defenseless. So it's going to be a fight that like really comes down to either a draw or it goes kind of to his way, if I'm being honest. But I'm pretty sure that I could clutch through if I use some type of like grappling technique or something, bro. And for the losers that are still thinking about him using his weapons and whatnot, nigga, this is a one-on-one fair fight. You gotta remember, we're using like boxing or UFC type of rules in this situation. Now for this next fight, we're gonna go against the king of fight cabin himself, Mr. Satan. Now for those who haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, every single fight that Goku and his friends get into, Mr. Satan is the one that ends up taking all the claim and fame from beating those huge villains. As I'm pretty sure they can't just let it be known that they have aliens living on their earth protecting them and fighting different people almost every other day and getting their city blown up almost every other day, so there's that as well. But in actuality, bro is pretty weak and barely even knows karate, so whenever he gets into some type of situation, he ends up getting bailed out by, I would say, plot armor. Now he's probably gonna want to fight me if it's in a big crowd because he wants to make his name known in some form or fashion to keep up this false reputation he has. But if we're going solo against each other in some like secluded alley or something, he's going to run away fast as shit. Now believe it or not, I just found out that he's 6'2", but he's also a 6'2" bitch, so there's that as well. Now for our last character, we got Mineta from My Hero Academia. Now if you know, but this guy is way too focused on not getting Hus to really fight for real. And his only power is to just stick these purple great balls on you, and that's essentially it. Now to be honest, he's an extremely weak character that I'm not going to waste my breath explaining, so I'm just going to let y'all decide. Do I A, give him a wedgie, B, give him a wet willy, or C, just pull his pants down and take all his lunch money? Anyways chat, I guess that's the end of the video. I hope y'all comment down below A, B, or C so I know like what I'm gonna do to him when I see him type shit. But anyways, it's been like the first video I made in like 2 weeks. This is the longest I've ever had for real. Damn, is it? That's kind of crazy. But anyways y'all, school ends for me tomorrow. It's probably gonna come out tomorrow or Thursday, I don't know. But it's probably the funnest video I've done in a while. And YouTube algorithm, start promoting my videos, bro. I know I'm yapping right now, but start promoting my videos, bro. The audience needs me. I need the audience. I'm trying to make some bread this summer. Come on, bro. Come on, lock in, YouTube.